guys and gals, Nary here from Jerk Bean Gaming. It's something beyond to the Gaming Drag today. I'm coming back at you in a Let's Play episode of When I Knew You. So y'all, you may notice that my voice sounds quite a bit deeper. I've got a little bit sick right now. I feel mostly okay, but it's definitely affected my throat. So for now, y'all are going to get the sexy sick voice. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm saying you are up, and let's go. I've only seen Pricefield High a couple times in my life. Karina's older brother was in the basketball team, so she would get dragged to watch his matches. So she would drag us to go with her to keep her sane. We would eat so much junk food. Anyway, I've only seen a couple of hallways in the gym, and not well enough to fully remember. So seeing it now with the promise of actually going inside as a student is pretty exciting. Terrifying, but exciting. The building is a lot bigger than I remember, but also not as big as my high school back in Philly. Although the paint looks pretty old, the structure seems as good as ever. No visible cracks or anything. Lots of students are making their way inside, more than I had expected, and I get increasingly more nervous. Marcus pulls up to the mostly empty parking lot, pulling the handbrake and setting his truck on neutral. A quick thought crosses my mind that I should probably get my license soon, but I'm pulled back in reality as Marcus slaps his thigh loudly. Well, we're here. Yup. Nervous? Yup. Ah, don't worry, you'll be fine. Plus, you'll be with me most of the time, remember? Well, true. If you're nervous about getting, made fun of or something, remember you got a jock as a friend now. No one's gonna mess with you. Promise. Heh, self-proclaimed jock, huh? Hey, you said it first. Well, I trust you, though I don't think I'll fit in with your other jock friends. Maybe, but they're nice enough to not make you feel awkward. Well, some of them are, at least. I'm prepared for the are you gay questions. Don't worry. Heh, then you have nothing to worry about. Yay. He gives me a reassuring smile, and we both pile out of the truck. I start following Marcus to the school, staying close behind him as I adjust my book bag. He notices me staying behind, and he motions for me to come to his side. I jog up to him, embarrassed. Come on, stick with me. I am. Well, you're not my bodyguard. Stick with me, not behind. I grumble some reluctance, but stay by his side anyway. An impulse to hold his hand runs through me, but obviously I don't do that. Instead, I keep my eyes peeled for Troy and Karina, or any other familiar faces as we step inside the white halls. Actually, people don't really pay me any mind. Some curious looks here and there, but overall I'm practically invisible, even with the captain of the football team right next to me. There are some people I recognize, who, when they look at me, recognize me right back, their eyes widening just a bit. However, that's as far as the interaction goes. As not horrible as this is, I'm still extremely self-conscious, and I find myself looking down more often than I'd like. Y'all in the comments, please be sure to tell me how you like this voice. I can actually do this voice even when I'm not sick, so if you would like to see it make a comeback, then I can certainly arrange that. I don't really want to be perceived as the shy kid on my first day. Marcus lays a hand on my shoulder and I look up at him, matching his pace. We're still pretty early. I'll show you where your locker is, and then we could go to... Yo, Marcus. We both turn around to the voice calling him, and Marcus makes an sound when we see him. Coming towards us is a tall, jockish cheetah, though he falls short in both build and height compared to Marcus. He's much skinnier, but upon closer inspection his arms seem to be more toned. I guess he hit the gym more. He walks up to us with a goofy yet friendly smile on his face, acknowledging both of us with a small nod. Yo, what's the rush? No rush, just going to show Cal his locker. Are you seriously not going to introduce us? Marcus lets out an annoyed sigh and gestures towards the cheetah to me. Cal, this is Baxter. He's on the team and we're friends, I guess. You guess? I guess. Baxter rolls his eyes and turns his attention to me, giving me a charming smile. Sup, Cal? Heard you used to live here. Yeah, I did. I moved 4 years ago. Ah, I see. Well, you haven't missed too much. Except my friends becoming adults, and one of them leaving. Marcus has told me a lot about you. He has. I look at him curiously, but he just glares at Baxter. What about? Baxter doesn't answer me, instead smiling wide at Marcus. If looks could talk, Baxter's is definitely saying, should I tell him? A lot is an overstatement. It is an understatement, isn't it? Overstatement, idiot. Heh. Anyway, Cal, I hope to see you around. We should hang out sometime. Just you and me. My face flushes and I give him a polite nod. Sure, sounds good. With one last grin directed to Marcus, he turns to walk away. See you guys. Bye. Marcus and I stare at him go, and without another word, turns and leads me with a hand on my back the opposite direction. Once we turn a corner, I look up at him cheekily. What? You talk about me, huh? Huh, don't flatter yourself. I just mentioned you were coming back to town, that's all. He's avoiding my gaze, his mouth twisting into an embarrassed half-smile. Right. I am right, yeah. He sure likes to stay on top, huh? Wait, I mean like in a conversation way, not in, I know what I meant. He seems nice. Maybe a little too nice. Yeah, too nice. Whoa. Nothing wrong with being too nice. He gives me a you poor fool look. It is if it's Baxter. He's not a bad guy. Far from it. He's just, yeah, is this Baxter? He looks a tad familiar, I must say. Annoying. Like Troy annoying or Maddie from 5th grade annoying. She used to scream the Pledge of Allegiance and ask everyone to draw on her stomach with a Sharpie. Think every Pokemon rival ever if they were 18 and horny. Yikes. Still, he's the one dude I get along with best in the team. We come to a stop, and he ceremoniously shows a locker with the numbers 303 on it. I gasp and point at myself in flattery. For me? For you, baby girl. He enters the combination and opens it for me. It's empty, of course, except for a slip of paper inside. I take it, and it's a bunch of numbers. Your combo. Ah, right. Wait, did you memorize it? Kinda. I had some time to prepare for your arrival. Why does it sound so fancy when you say it like that? Marcus here was waiting for his princess to arrive, of course. I turn around to see Troy leaning on the lockers behind me. Hey, yo. He walks over and slings an arm around my shoulder, giving me a squeeze. Getting settled in, huh? Yup, got my very own locker and everything. Nice. Did your mans get it for you? Yeah, he's got his connections. We both get a laugh out of this while Marcus just lets out an embarrassed chuckle. By the way, where's Karina? Beats me. I think she hangs out in the cafeteria in the morning. Oh, hope I can see her later. Maybe. She has her own little clique now, though. I see. Don't worry, though. We could definitely hang out. He presses his cheek against mine, hugging me tighter. We could go to the arcade. Really? Totally. You, me, Karina. Maybe not Marcus. He's got practice or whatever. Actually, I've got the day off. Coach let me hang out with Cal for today. Ho-ho, special treatment for the star quarterback. You do the same for anyone else. Uh-huh. They both stare or maybe glare at each other long enough for me to get uncomfortable. So, what's all this about? I gesture between the two of them. Oh, nothing. He hugs me tighter and nods at Marcus. So, you coming then, Marcus? He asks in a sort of mocking tone. Yeah, Marcus, you coming or what? He gives me a don't humor him look and turns to Troy. Yeah, I'll be there. I'm not paying for you, though. Fair enough. He says this in a sing-songy way and suddenly gives me a loud, wet kiss on the cheek. Mwah. What? Troy, what the heck? But he's already let me go, making his way to, presumably, his own locker. See ya. I rub my blushing of his kiss, bewildered by the whole exchange. As weird as always. Yup. Hey, is everything okay between you guys? Just then, the bell rings, like really loudly, cutting me off from what I was saying. Ugh, no. Callum, your time has come. Anything but this. He laughs and closes my locker, starting to make his way towards the classroom. Don't worry too much. You'll be fine. I follow close behind, staring at the back of my executor as we head towards the guillotine. Okay, maybe I was exaggerating a little. I did in fact have to present myself in front of the class multiple times. But as embarrassing as it was, no one really stared at me for too long anyway. There were a lot of people who recognized me, but apart from a casual hey and how you been, the conversation doesn't go further than that. What was actually horrible was the classes. I guess losing the first month of school sure puts you behind, because I was understanding absolutely nothing. Marcus promised he'd tutor me when he could, but considering how busy everyone says he is, I won't hold my breath. Other than that, though, I had a pretty uneventful first day of school. Yeah, feeling proud that I was able to get through my first day without any problems, I'm standing in front of the school, watching as cars pass by every now and then. My hair gets in my face as a small gust of wind breezes by, and I brush it away. It's getting colder lately, I note, and looking around at the orange-colored leaves on the trees, I'm hit with the realization that it's finally autumn. I smile a bit. Good. I hate the heat. You and me both, brother. My phone vibrates in my pocket, and I take it out to check. It's a text from Karina. Oh, right. We all exchanged numbers last night before we left the diner. Hey, hun. Heard you guys are going to the arcade. I'm babysitting tonight, so I can't make it, but let's hang out tomorrow, just you and me. Oh man, she's not coming? That sucks. We barely talked today. Seems Troy was right. She's got her own stuff going on. Aw, I miss you. Okay, let's hang soon, though. Def. Heart emoji. I put my phone back in my pocket when I hear the familiar voices bickering behind me. I turn around and see Marcus and Troy make their way over to me. Their voices loud enough for me to hear, but low enough to not make out what they're saying. Marcus has his usual stoic expression, though, and Troy has a sort of annoyed, smug look. Alright, y'all, I'm going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. And thank you to all of our lovely patrons. Y'all have done so much for the channel, and we greatly appreciate everything y'all give to us every month. It is wonderful, and we love you all. Anyway, I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!